just step in their necks, constantly abuse them.
Salute to everybody that's checking in with your boy. Salute, salute, salute. We are here to have a conversation today, family. I'm going to get in here and I'm going to get out. Conversation. And, this one is particularly for the ladies. Can be a little complicated out here, but you know what? It's not only just for the ladies. It's for the families. Reproductive rights. They said Trump tried to take it away from you. Well, surprisingly enough, family, it appears that he is not. He's doing anything but taking it away from y'all. We had a conversation in 4 minutes. Salute to everybody that's checking in with your wall.
Deion D. Jenkins for president. I'm about to drop my album. Who needs to go platinum? When you got an NFT, the industry is losing value. And I can tell by the value. We'll be worth $1 billion in 33. Mona Lisa even said fuck the masses. Even raccoons follow anything that lead to trashes. Backyard brawls. Got you scared, so nigga pack your bras. And try not to slam the back door pause. Ever since I was a little kid, I knew my calling. It was troublesome. I used to walk to school and walking through the streets of the shadow of death. I didn't have any fear, even though niggas would shoot you through your cashmere. I stood up for my principles and got suspended for fighting by principles and living right like I'm supposed to. Never follow stupid niggas. I was too busy escaping the system I was told to prove to. There is a sacrifice that everybody pay. Whoever got anointed, it be loneliness sometimes. The industry is over. The industry is over. The underground is king now. The industry is over. There's a new MC out here that sizzle like a soda. The industry became real flat like imitation cola. He got that buffalo attack, but he ain't from Dakota. He put that bully on his back, cause chips is on his shoulder.
Yes, indeed, family. We're going to be getting this thing cranked up pretty quickly. Not our normal warm up, but we just letting the notifications go off for another 2 more minutes. And then I got to get right into this thing. Let's have a conversation, family. You know, your border czar is in the building and he's ready to set some shit straight. And Trump, well, Trump love the kids. Let's have a conversation, family, in 2. Salute to everybody that's checked in with your boy. Salute to everybody that's checked in.
Yeah. It's Entertainment. Harlem World.
You ain't black.
How you? I am that dude. You are so cute. Always lit. We knew. Talk to me. Hey, ma. How you? I am that dude. You are so cute. Always lit. We knew. Talk to me. Pulled up to the club, I'm talking to La Marina. My cousin Chucky Black is wavy, he in the Beamer. Mommy looking good, she see me, she with the peoples. And this is how entertainment, we moving like we the Beatles. I'm from Harlem, my ego is very lethal. This lady looked amazed, I'm talking to her people. Speaking all the schism like a pimp to a Mac. I'm too successful to lie, I'm speaking nothing but facts. Your booty is fat, but tell me, did you wrestle? Can't f with stupid if your grind is on the struggle. Yeah, I know you love a fly make the cases stand. And I don't grustle for likes, it's word to Instagram. I'm in the tropics, beaches of Martinique. I really get to a bag, I practice on what I preach. Life is really a beach, I'ma have it my way. I own the sand and the beach, cause I'm really that way. Hey ma, how you? I am that dude. You are so cute. Oh, it's lit. We knew. Talk to me. Hey ma, how you? I am that dude. You are so cute. Oh, it's lit. We knew. Talk to me. Let's keep it real, ma. You used to the scammers. They love to keep you pampered. They locked up in the slammer.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to have one of them conversations, man. This one really been rocking me, so you know what? Let's do what we always do, ladies and gentlemen, and get right into this thing. Salute to everybody that's checked in with your boy. Yes, indeed. Peace, 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 peace.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said let him cook.
But he was the chef up north.
Uh-huh. Come on. Uh-huh. Salute to everybody that's checked in with your wad. If you're here for the first time, but you're not here for a long time, I am your host, Chef C from New Jersey, and this is On Their Next Podcast, brought to you by Bloodline Films from the Soil, Black American docu-series where we travel all around the country highlighting the Black American grassroots advocates, culture, and cuisine in pursuit of reparative justice. And of course, your 2-course menu is going to be served up out of the community kitchen. Family, we here to have a conversation, ladies and gentlemen. Your border czar is here to stay. Tom Homan is here to lay the smack it down in on all you illegals. Fight. And we here to have that conversation. Also, ladies and gentlemen, and families, it ain't too late to get it done. Because I want to remind everybody, Donald Trump's promise, IVF will be on the house. We had that conversation. Salute to everybody that's checked in with your boy. We're going to take a brief commercial break, and I will be back. This is On Their Next Podcast, and I am your host, Chef C from New Jersey. Keep it locked, family.
One love, y'all. God bless y'all. Black Americans all over the country, baby.
They say don't wait. When that shit get crazy, leave, give up that date. But if I had to cease my love, 1,000 seas I drown to stay. Cause when it gets hard, it's never even close to what I've suffered. Till you came into my life and brought some peace, removed the clutter, reconstructed trust, my heart you clutched, focused and you aim, pulled the trigger on a life with you that nobody could grace. I could see with you in darkness, making moves and power plays, in the shadows or the sunlight, ultraviolet, super rays.
See, I can look at other people's creations, but I can also see the reflection of my people when I see these creations.
Salute to everybody that's checked in with your boy. Salute. It's good to see everybody here, man. We're going to have a conversation, ladies and gentlemen. But before we do all that, of course, I got to get through my advertisements as I always do, ladies and gentlemen. If you need to get that drippity drip, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go to FromTheSoil.tv to put on section. Get your Black American Heritage flag Converses, limited editions, ladies and gentlemen. So you are proper, you are ready to go for the holiday and beyond. But if you're here for that holiday type of talk, listen, Black American Heritage flag apron is ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Get y'all spinning the block, popping out some delicious dressing. All right? I don't know too many people doing that stove stop stuff and shit. You know, we ain't really getting it popping. You need to be doing dressing. So, go to FromTheSoil.tv, put on section to get your Black American Heritage flag apron so you are doing it right in the kitchen. But if you can't really cook, I know a lot of people can't spin the block like that. No worry. Chef C got you covered, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? You can go and become a member of my Patreon. All right? For the Cook-Up series, November the 23rd, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, ladies and gentlemen. I got all of y'all popping. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about the extra complications. You know what I mean? We got recipes. I'm going to be showing you step by step how to get this popping. Okay? And our menu is going to be CC collard greens. Again, as I promised, you know, if you're here for the first time, my D1s, my regulars, you already know we ain't going to see not a goddamn bathtub nowhere to be found on this fucking day, okay? No bathtub nowhere. So be clear about that, huh? Shout out to my sis, Kamala Harris.
Let's really be clear about
Not
that.
one bathtub anywhere to be found, okay? In addition to that, we got the 48-hour brine spatchcock chicken, well, turkey. We're going to brine him up, get him nice and delicious, juicy, golden brown, and not dry. I'm going to show you how to get it done. Classic baked macaroni cheese, ladies and gentlemen. All right? We're not doing no Saint macaroni cheese, none of that greasy shit. Nah, we're going to get you right. We're going to get you right. All right? So make sure you become a Patreon member. And also, finally, the brown butter candy to the yams, family. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you the recipe, right? The ingredients is going to be there, and you're not going to see, all right, for the ingredient list for those brown butter candy yams, it's not going to say a can of yams. It's going to say fresh sweet potatoes or actual yams. Make sure you do that. You know what I mean? Because y'all already know. Y'all done been at enough auntie, uncles, and even some grandmoms who talk about they making them banging yams and all they doing is popping cans. We're not doing it. Become a Patreon member. I got you covered, family. Now, and finally, our Wasi Summit is around the corner. It's going to be taking place December the 14th, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're up to speed. Scan that QR code. Go to patriarchsummit.com. Ladies and gentlemen, keep you up to speed on what's shaking, what's popping. All right? So now, with that being said, okay, let's get into this thing. Let's get into what we need to talk about here. Okay? Why is my screen like it's frozen? They did freeze it again. Interesting. Okay. Now, before we get too far, let me go ahead and see who is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I got to see who is in the building. Y'all already know. Man, listen. Y'all already know how I do. So let's see what type of time everybody is on. Yeah, yada mean.
Let's see what it is.
Really see who was in the building. So if you're in the community kitchen chat, sound off for your wife. Huh? Salute the Empress. I see you checking in. Salute for checking in. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let me see who else is in here. Let me see. My sister Jane. What it look like, sis? I see you. Salute the sister Jane. Yes, indeed. Salute. Yes, indeed. See, they trying to hate on your sound, sis. But let me see who else is in here. My brother Beta Base, Black American Service Supply. I see you, brother. Salute to my brother Beta Base in the building. Yes, indeed. Let's see who else is in here. Let me see. Who else? Oh, it's Meech. What's happening with brother Meech in the building? Salute to brother Meech. Yes, indeed. Let me see. I got my address. What it look like? Address. What it look like to your fans? Salute for checking in. Let me see. Sister Vina, what it look like? What your sis? What it look like? We got Sister Vina checking in. What it look like? Yes, indeed. Nobody else in here?
Okay, let's have a conversation, y'all. Let's have a conversation, man. Okay? So, we've been up to speed. We've been following this thing. And you know what? It's looking very promising, y'all. It is looking very, very promising, y'all. I gotta say that. It's looking very, very promising. Some families will soon be reunited. And you know what? I am semi-proud of America to a degree, okay? I have some moderate appreciation for what's happening in America right now, as it has taken its civic duty to a whole other level as far as reuniting families. Yeah? As far as reuniting families. And this one young man, he's kind of a hard-nosed type of guy, you know. And Donald Trump deemed it necessary to bring this young man on board. Okay? So if you're not up to speed, this is Tom Homan. Hope I'm saying this young man's name right. Tom Homan. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is take an article for NPR. Okay? NPR. See what they're talking about this young man. Okay? Now, NPR, first and foremost, Tom has a hard-nosed reputation. Some folks don't really see that. Some folks don't really particularly care for his demeanor, unfortunately. Okay? However, if you're going to have a hard-nosed, old-school type of cat, right, very tough on particular things, is you know, it's black and white in some cases. Well, given the condition with which we're in, as far as this new, this immigrant issue we have, we need a hard-nosed person that's not really out here trying to make friends and rub elbows. You understand me? That's just where I'm coming from with it, okay? And, you know, I might open the kitchen up, but I want to get through this, y'all. But this young man, so here's what NPR is saying about Tom Homan, okay? Now, I believe Trump, you know, brought him out to the stage on True Social, I believe it is. And, you know, he has some pretty interesting stuff to say. Nonetheless, let's see what NPR is saying about this young man. What to know about Tom Homan, the former ICE head returning as Trump's border czar. Okay. President-elect Trump announced Sunday night that Tom Homan, which was yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, his former acting head of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, will join his second administration to oversee border control.
You ain't black.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay? Yeah. Few people is about to go home. Okay? Shout out to Kamala Harris. You know,
let's really be clear about that.
She set up the play to make this thing all come true with the pandering. Talking about, you know what that Kamala Harris campaign really lost it when she started talking about collard greens. All right?
Let's really be clear about that.
Yeah, Kamala, you really lost the ear of the people. I think a lot of people got offended. First, a lot of cats gave you the pass. See, we're going to have to be honest right now, y'all. A lot of people gave her the pass when she was coming out there talking about Converses and shit. Yeah. Talking about Kwanzaa. Yeah. So not too many people took it too personal, yeah. But then it was when she went after the collard greens. I knew it was over. I knew it was over because she then said something about a bathtub, washing collard greens in a bathtub. Ain't no way you coming back from that, Kamala. Ain't no way.
Let's really be clear about that.
I know. You had the nerve to say you wash collard greens in a bathtub to black folk while talking about you's a black person. Yeah, you done did yourself wrong. But nonetheless, let's keep on going, y'all. I digress, okay? Yeah. In his role as border czar, which does not require Senate confirmation, Hoffman will be in charge of the southern and northern U.S. borders, ladies and gentlemen, as well as all maritime and aviation security, Trump said in his post on True Social, y'all. Likewise, Tom Hoffman will be in charge of all deportations of illegal aliens. Ooh, somebody help me out. When the last time you heard any media, right? When the last time you heard of any media referring to illegal immigrants as aliens? Remember that? Remember the switch happened under this Biden administration, soon to be Trump administration. Shout out to my sister Elevated in the building. I see you, sis. Salute to Sister Elevated for checking. Y'all remember the talking points change where it almost became they tried to make it almost the equivalent of calling black folks nigger. Yeah. Anybody calling these immigrants, right? If you call an immigrant anything but a migrant, it was like, no, you can't say that. It got so bad under this administration with the censorship like that. It was terrible. Y'all salute to the 40 plus in the building. Okay? But now to see that, this is very refreshing for me to read an article that is now categorizing these criminals, because they're essentially criminals. They're legal aliens, in the way that they should be identified as. Let's just see. Okay, but I digress. Let's keep on going. Back to their country of origin, right? Because when you talk about migration refers to people moving within their country's borders. Immigrating is coming from one country to another. However, under this Biden administration, this Biden-Harris administration, ladies and gentlemen,
let's really be clear about that.
They conflated the two to where people couldn't necessarily even say the right terminology anymore. You got all types of social media cats, content creators. Everybody's calling these illegal immigrants migrants now. That's not what it is. So now we're getting back to some normity here. All right? Let's take it all the way back. Illegal aliens. Doggone it. I like this for them. Nonetheless, let's keep on going, okay? Yeah. Trump wrote, adding that there is nobody better at policing and controlling our borders. We have to agree with that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? It is unclear what role Homan will take, since managing immigration requires coordination between several agencies under the Department of Homeland Security. Okay? Homan, a former police officer and Border Patrol agent, has worked under 6 presidents during his 3 decades in law enforcement. He was Executive Associate Director of Enforcement and Removal Operations for Immigration and Custom Enforcement under President Obama. So remember one thing here. We want to keep in mind, under Obama, ladies and gentlemen, he didn't do too much Well, actually, he did move a lot of folks. He did. Actually, Obama was really moving folks out. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. But they were also doing some interesting stuff overseas. Yeah. But nonetheless, I digress. Let's keep on reading here. He was Executive Associate Director of Enforcement and Removal Operations Immigration Enforcement under President Obama. During that administration, ICE carried out a record number of deportations. Okay? A record number of deportations.
Let's really be clear about that.
I told you that Obama was catching some bodies, but you don't hear too much about it, right? You didn't hear too much about that. Let's keep on going, though. Homan repeatedly praised Trump for being the one who did the most to secure the border, okay? Sunday's announcement was largely expected as Trump had said over the summer that he would tap Homan to help oversee immigration policies. Policies in his potential second term. Speaking at a National Conservatism conference in July, Homan told undocumented immigrants to wait till 2025, adding, "If you're here illegally, you better be looking over your shoulders." You understand?
Let's really be clear about that.
I like that for them. I like that for them. Huh? Okay. So yeah, all your tacos, all your barrias, all of your all your soft taco, it's over. Taco Tuesday, it's cooked. Ain't no more Taco Tuesday, y'all. Let's really be clear about that.
You just step in there next.
Ain't no more Taco Tuesday. You got to pack that up. Or at least you're going to have to start making them tacos your damn self. You know what I mean? Kamala, help me out.
Let's really be clear about that.
All right? Yeah. Okay. Let's read some more, family. Let's read some more of this here. Now, Sunday was the announcement. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Trump comes back in January, said Homan. I'll be on his heels coming back. And I will run the biggest deportation operation this country has ever seen. I love that for these illegal immigrants. I love that for them. All right? Shout out to my girl, Suya. Fight! Yeah. I love it for the illegal immigrants. Hold on 1 second, Fanny. Hold on. 1 second. Pardon me, Fanny. Pardon your why. My mix. Man, this guy. Meech, Meech, salute to you, man. Meech really be putting on, man, supporting the program, man. Salute to Brother Meech for looking out and supporting the program. That's a fact. Sound. Salute to you, Meech. I appreciate your support, your continued, consistent support of the program. If anyone else would like to support the kitchen, help us keep the exhaust systems on, going into the new year, feel free to do so. $ FTS49 on the Cash App or Vimeo at From the Soil. Let's continue, y'all. Let's continue. Okay. Yes, indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into this a little bit more here. Let's read some more. See what's happening. Okay. See what's happening. Homan was behind Trump's controversial family separation policy. Okay. Homan was the face of the Trump administration crackdown on immigration, okay, during his tenure as acting director of ICE from January 2017 to June 2018. During that time, he often appeared at the White House press briefings to defend his agents' arrest of undocumented immigrants and call for stronger enforcement. According to CNN, and applaud Trump for taking the shackles off ICE by allowing agents to make a broader range of arrests. That's the type of time we need. These folks, a lot of these folks who advocated, y'all, you got to understand, a lot of these folks that went crazy, they started treating this whole immigration thing like animal rights activists. Right? So, listen, at the end of the day, y'all just stay the fuck over there. Some of these places that these people are coming from, they're actually pretty good places. Okay? However, the understanding communicated from those who are here, in some cases legally, is going back over there like, listen, the real lick is over in the United States. You need to get over here. I'll hold you down. I'll keep you under the, you know what I mean? I'll hide you until you finish hitting your lick. This is the problem. Anyhow, let's continue. Notably, Homan was one of the architects behind its controversial, let me put his picture up so we understand who this young man is. Salute to those who are just checking in. Okay? Yeah. Let's put him up so we got a good understanding. I am reading the article just for those who got in a little late here. We're reading an article from NPR. Now, let's continue to read here. Homan was one of the architects behind the controversy family separation. More than 5,500 children of immigrants were separated from their parents at the U.S.-Mexican border in 2018 under the administration's short-lived zero-tolerance policy. According to the Department of Homeland Security, as of April, there were still 14 and 1 children without confirmed unification. Okay? Trump signed an executive order stopping family separation in June 2018 after much condemnation from lawmakers and the public, and the Biden administration officially rescinding its days after President Biden took office in 2021. Okay, so we saw a lot of reversal, family, happening. But this young man right here, Tom Homan, he was on. He was really on their head.
Just step in their necks.
Okay, like listen, y'all all can get it. Y'all all got to get it. You understand me? Salute to my sister Star. Yes, indeed. And my brother P. Will. Salute to y'all for checking in. Good to see everybody coming too. Salute to everybody. You know? Salute to my sister Star. And thank you, sis. I got your contribution the other day. Thank you so much, Sister Star. You know, matter of fact, let me hit Sister Star with one of these just for contributing the other day on your boy. It real feel great to get these contributions even when we're not broadcast. So I really appreciate that. Salute to Sister Star. Yeah. Sound here. Rock that flesh. Thank you, Sister Star. For real, for real. Okay, let's keep on going here. Now, again, I would say a lot of folks that don't believe. See, here's the other thing we got to keep in mind. A lot of folks who don't believe that they should go through the legal process fair and justly, they get outraged. And then they have folks who take on mics and do all this extra lobbying and woe is me. And then they're quick to say, well, oh, you should have obeyed the law. Now, let's be very clear. Shout out to Kamala Harris. Help me out, Kamala Harris. Help me out with this.
Let's really be clear about that.
Okay. This isn't just a Latino thing. Okay. So I'm gonna flat Latino in this moment. Okay. A lot of times when people think immigration, unfortunately, they think about Latinos, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, blah, 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 blah. No, but we got a whole slew of folks. Let's include Armenians, okay? Let's include Greeks, right? Let's include Irish, huh? Let's include Africans, Haitian, or any type, Haitian, right? Any type of African, Asians, all of y'all can get to work too. All of y'all. Japanese, Korean, etc., etc. But the problem with this media here, The problem with the media in the United States, they always show, right, Latinos. And then from time to time, you'll get some Arabs, right? Okay? In particular, the case for those who remember they had the Arabs hanging off the plane that came from I think it was the Afghan. They had them cats hanging off the plane, but some of them was cats that was dropping bombs on their own people over there, right? And when I say drop bombs, they was telling the invaders of the U.S., let's be clear, where folks was at. So they was dropping bombs, snitches. And once they found out that, hey, you know what, U.S., you ain't really win this battle. You didn't really win, my guy. They had to get, yeah, there you go, P. Will, Afghan. You wasn't really winning. And there was going to be problems because you was trying to run the play on your own folks. So when the U.S. started hauling ass up out of there, them folks was hanging off the propellers, hanging off the wheels of the damn plane. Some got crushed when it landed. Yeah. We saw it. However, we're looking at a situation here where we were invaded within this last 4 years of 20 plus folks, 20 plus million folks coming through. So for an extreme situation, you kind of need an extreme person to clean it up. As long as it's directed at everybody else, you know what? You got to certify this. Let's keep on playing it, though. Let's keep on reading here. All right? I might have read this part before, because sometimes I read a little fast. Trump signed an executive order stopping family separation in 2018 after much condemnation, blah, 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 from the Biden administration. We read that part. Homan retired in frustration of in 2018 when the White House failed to move his nomination towards Senate confirmation, according to the Washington Post. He became a Fox News contributor, joined the Conservative Heritage Foundation as a visiting fellow, and contributed to Project 2025, its controversial blueprint for reshaping the federal government. Trump. Okay, let's go down here too. Now, Trump had sought to distance himself from Project 2025 during the campaign, even though it overlaps his own agenda. Yeah, I'm gonna. That's the article. Yeah, I'm not even gonna hold that too far and true. We'll see, because I know this what we do know, and if we need to attach that previous broadcast, we'll do that. The author of Project 2025 endorsed Kamala Harris. Let's be really clear about that, right, Kamala? Let's
really be clear about that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Trump has sought to distance himself from that. Okay. Trump made immigration a major part of his campaign and has vowed to deport millions of immigrants who are in the country without authorization. Okay, that's the type of talk I like. I like that for them. I like that. Okay, let's keep on going though. Homan has warned undocumented immigrants to start packing. You gotta go. Okay. Homan spoke about such deportations would work in an interview on Fox Sunday morning, future hours before his appointment was announced, saying it would be a well-targeted planned operation conducted by the men of ICE. Yeah, did me? ICE. Baby, you listen, you ain't got to go, but you got to get the out of here. You got to go home. Okay? Oh, chef, you being insensitive. Well, no, I'm not. You overstayed your welcome. And because you have done so, the refrigerator and millions of legal and born United States citizens are damn near empty on a regular basis. You gotta go. Yeah. It's time for you to go. Huh? But I digress. Let's keep on reading. When we go out there, we're going to know who we're looking for. We most likely know where they're going to be, and it's going to be done in a humane manner, Homan said, adding that it will focus on the public safety threats and the national security threats first. Okay? So when you think about the national security threats and the public safety threats, so those who've been getting their head bust upside down, for example, New York City, right? New York, y'all been getting cracked. The subway, some cats, they coming through with their scooters and they bopping people in their head, Yeah. Places like that. California, wild shit that's happening out there. Colorado. Those are public safety issues, ladies and gentlemen, that have to be ratified. You know what I mean? So we're gonna have to listen, it's gotta be what it's gotta be. You're telling me under an administration that illegals have been allowed to come to our country. Let's really think about this, y'all. Illegals have been allowed to come to our country, gang up with each other, click up, and take over apartment complexes in the United States. How, Sway? How? Unless it was government sanctioned, right? I.e., the Biden-Harris administration. Nonetheless, let's keep on going. All right? Yeah. When we go out there, we most likely know where they are, etc. We read that already. But those groups won't be the only targets. Homan told CBS last week, he said he would restart workplace enforcement after the Biden administration moved away from the controversial practice of mass worksite immigration raids in favor of pursuing exploitive employers. So, family, what we want to think about and take into effect here, okay? All your restaurants, let's be really clear about that. Kamala Harris, help me out in this moment.
Let's really be clear about that.
All your restaurant owners, 9 times out of 10, they have an illegal immigrant working for them. That has been suppressed in the last 3 years. Okay? Your factories, they're there. Okay? Your landscapers, easy work, they're there. Okay? Fact, my sister elevated, construction sites, they are there. ICE is back in business. Okay? We know where they are. We still know where they are. Where are they? They're in hotels who have participated in trying to get the easy lick by housing these illegals. They're at hotels. Some of them in 5-star joints. Go to your nearest hotel. Okay? Now, let's keep on reading. He also said in that interview that families can be deported together. Okay? Suggesting children who are U.S. citizens but with the undocumented parents would have to go with them.
Fight!
Huh? So if your mom did it the right way, or cousin did it the right way, listen, you don't want to see it happen? Well, y'all all can go. Pack your shit. Yeah? Yeah. We got to get back to United States citizen type of time. All my legal ones who did it the right way, salute to y'all. But if your cousin here on some illegal shit and you know it, you're going to have a hard decision to make. And I'm sure 9 times out of 10, it's going to be you saying, cousin, I'll see you later.
Let's really be clear about that.
Okay. Grandma, it was nice seeing you. I appreciate you
Let's
visiting.
really be clear about that.
I'll see you later. Okay. Now, let's keep on going. Months earlier, speaking on stage at the Republican National Convention, Homan said Trump would designate Mexican cartels a terrorist organization for their role in getting fentanyl over the border, warning he's going to wipe you off the face of the earth. Yeah. It's going to be one of them things, family. It's going to be one of them things, y'all. This is the energy we need, though. This is the energy we need going into the new administration. Okay? Shout out to my man, real quick, y'all. Shout out to my man Kev coming through as well with the Cash App supporting the program. Salute. Appreciate you, Kev. Appreciate you. This is the energy we need, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? This is the energy we need. Okay? But I want to, what I need to do now is I need to bring up some stuff here. Okay? I want to introduce some folks to some people here. Make sure everybody know that there's a particular energy that's out there that awaits everybody, you know. And, you know, some of these folks are really, really nervous. Is it that bad in that other country? Or you just said to yourself, you never, you know, you left for all the other family members here. You know, left all the other family members over there. And you just said, I was never planning on ever going back. Ever. You know, so let me bring up from this one young lady who seems to be losing her shit. Okay? She's losing her entire mind having to go back home. Okay? So let's go ahead and play this. Fair use, ladies and gentlemen. Fair to the use. All right?
For my husband, I'm like, are you sure you want to vote Republican? And he's like, he's saying you're going to deport criminals. You're not a criminal. Every time we go to ICE, they tell you, Mr. Juarez, your wife is no criminal. He voted for him, and now he's deporting his wife.
And now they deported me, they kicking me out, and they breaking my family apart. Before you enlist in the military, think it twice. Before you marry an immigrant, think it twice. Think it if it's really worth for you to sell this country.
You ain't black.
Got her up out of here. Oh, shit. Got her the fuck up out of here. You understand me? Oh, shit. Think it twice. God damn it. Kamala. Okay?
Let's really be clear about that.
Yeah. You know, listen, family. Listen. You've been here, and see, this is part of the reason why many of them are upset, because they've been here so long, right, with no true intentions of doing it the legal way. Yeah? And they wanted to ride that train, that free train. Okay? Now, I got some of my legal ones out here like, yo, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? Man, I'm good over here. You cats, man, get up out of here. I done went through all of this shit. Okay? I done been through all of this. My people done did it right. We don't want y'all over here. Least you could have did was do the right thing. You didn't want to do that. Huh? So let me show y'all another little John, and now she really running her mouth. You know. well, she ain't necessarily going crazy, but you know, this is the problem with what we're facing. You know, and these are some of the things that I want everybody to pay attention to. But there's this one lady who absolutely lost her entire mind. I thought that the clip was there, but they clearly don't move my damn clips. But I want to show y'all something, man. Kamala, I want to show y'all something. Listen, Kamala had a grand opening and a grand closing, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Yeah. She had a grand opening and a grand closing. They say, you know what, let's pack this shit up and get it the fuck out. Yeah. Yeah. Kamala, they doing you dirty, sis. They doing you dirty, okay?
Let's really be clear about that.
Yeah, it's time to go. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, ladies and gentlemen. They cleaning her shit up and getting her the fuck up out of here. Okay? And you know what? That's not even, you know, it don't really land just on her. Let me see what the fan be saying in here. Hold on. Okay? Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. You that's a fact.
You ain't black.
Yeah, sister. Okay? Shout out to my sister Elevated in the building, man. Let me see what Sister Star said. They couldn't even wait until January. Yeah, paint that shit. It's time to pack this shit up. We got to go. Time to pack this shit up. It's time to go, y'all. Okay? And that's the energy I like. I like that energy for them. Yeah? I like that energy for them. You know? But again, you got a lot of other shorties out here. You know, you got some folks out here who say, you know what, Trump, you know, they voted for him. They were supporting him, you know, but they might just still have to go home. And you know what, I understand, but I still like you going back home. I like you going back home and being with your family, you know. I've been one of those guys, man, who really have engaged in civic duty, calling ICE and getting these folks back home. You know, it's a really good feeling knowing that they get to see these relatives that more than likely miss them. Okay? So let me play this. Fair use.
Mireya Alvarez found the American dream in Las Vegas.
Would you like some coffee?
They came to the U.S. from Mexico and Guatemala in the 80s. With his job in a supermarket and her job in a casino, they bought a house and raised 3 children. Now they wonder if their kids and grandkids will inherit that dream. Is it still possible to do that for the younger generation?
That's my main concern right now. What's going to happen to our new generation? Nowadays, they're not even able to move out of their houses anymore because everything is so expensive.
Life wasn't expensive as it is right now.
We first met Mario back in February when he was seriously considering a vote for Donald Trump. He was undecided with previous votes for George W. Bush, Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Biden. At the last minute, he broke for Kamala Harris. But today, he's not upset about the results.
I'm kind of like more happy than upset. Why? Because Donald Trump is going to help the country with the economy.
The whole household is happy. Mireya and their 29-year-old son, Mario Jr., did vote for Trump.
Initially, I will say I did not agree with him. And then I started seeing that he was not afraid to speak his mind. And I noticed that he was not scared to say what he felt, regardless of what people would say. And I think I respect that about him.
Okay. So, I mean, again, you know, these law-abiding Latinos here, who apparently seem to have done it the right way, you know, they can respect the deportation position. Okay? You know, so let's play a little bit more, though. Let's get a full understanding.
So you liked his kind of brashness, his personality?
Yeah, I would say yes.
They're not alone. Across the country, Donald Trump made huge inroads with Latino voters. According to NBC exit polls, 55% of Latino men nationwide voted for Trump, a 19-point jump from 2020. Among Latina women like Mireya, an 8-point gain. And while Vice President Harris won a slight majority of the Latino vote overall, Trump increased his support 14 points from the last election. The top issue among Latino voters, like it is for the Alvarez family, the economy, with immigration a distant fourth.
Y'all, they don't give a fuck about immigration. Huh? Shout out to them. They don't give a shit about immigration. Okay? Yeah. They said, listen, we did it right. It's number 4 on the priority list for Latinos. What I'm supposed to be scared about? Right? I said, what? Immigration only bothers the ones that came over here trying to run plays. They said, we came here to be real citizens in this society. Okay? Let's play a little bit more, though. Huh?
Mario and Mireya both crossed the border illegally as teenagers, but became citizens under President Ronald Reagan's amnesty. They see themselves as different from migrants crossing the border today. In what way do you think they're different?
The people that are coming here are the criminals. You know, the ones that did something bad in their country, they're running away from their law.
Despite having close family members who are undocumented,
Migrant invasion.
they don't believe they'll end up in Trump's crosshairs. When you hear Trump promise mass deportations, do you worry about them?
Yes and no, because the ones that I know, they're doing good. They're not breaking any laws.
I believe he's going to start deporting all the bad people.
Trump won over the Alvarez family and many like them. Whether the economy improves and who exactly he chooses to deport may determine if he keeps them.
My family is Latino, and a lot of them are immigrants. But at the end of the day, we're American.
Are these the uppity Latinos? Because they would call us, you know, this degenerate system would call us uppity black. Huh? Yeah, family. This is interesting. Salute to my sister DW for checking in. Salute, sis. Yes, indeed, sister DW. Are these the uppity Latinos, man? Oh, this is interesting. Okay, family? Yeah. But you know what? Here's a promise that Tom has made to everyone. Okay? And I think we need to make sure that everybody knows what that promise potentially entails, family. Okay? Because a lot of folks don't think that they're going to go home. Okay? A lot of folks don't think they're going to go home. Yeah. So we need to make sure that we pull up some stuff here. I'm going to show y'all something. But before we go to Tom, let me show you one more lady who decided to go real. This one Joan kind of really lost her shit. Okay? She lost her entire shit when she found out what type of time Trump was on. You know, this one right here. So we're going to say fair use. Listen to this one right here. Huh?
6 years. 6 fucking years. It took us 6 fucking years to get our citizenship. I know some people need more time. I know some people don't ever get their citizenship, but we worked so hard for it. She worked so hard for it. I was just a kid. We came here because she wanted a better life for us. She wanted a better education for us. She wanted for us to have a better future. And now this is all gonna be taken away because of him.
You ain't black.
Listen. She going, wow, family. Huh? She done lost her whole shit. And she's supposed to be legal. Man, let's play some more.
Because of that stupid. Oh my God. Stupid fucking felon. He's a felon. He's a villain. He's a felon. I don't want him here anymore. I can't. I'm not coming back. I'm never coming back here until he leaves the house. He's ruining my life, her life, and the life of every single immigrant in this country.
Let's really be clear about that.
Family. She said, yo, she never coming back. Well, I don't think anybody's going to be shedding any tears for your absence, little sis. I don't think nobody going to be crying no river if you decide to slide. Cause Tom said he coming to pack your ass up. And since you say, you know, you never coming back. Well, I mean, listen. He said you can go home with your family. Yeah. You can go home with your family. Yeah. Okay? So you know, listen, hold on. I ain't gonna take the words out of Tom's mouth.
One estimate that says it would.
Let's get Tom up to speed. I'm not gonna take it out of Tom's mouth. Yeah. Tom, let him know what you really feel about the whole situation. She said she's never coming back, Tom. All right? You send her family over. She's never coming back until you and Trump are out of the way. Let's hear what Tom got to think about that shit.
We have seen one estimate that says it would cost $88 billion to deport 1 million people a year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is that worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
Shout out to...
You ain't black.
Let's shout out Tom. She said she not fucking with nobody. And Tom like, yo, we good. Get your ass out of here. I send your whole family back. Your whole family can go. That's the type of Tom that I likes. I like that. I really like that. But listen, family. Let's drive it all the way home. Let's drive it all the way home. Let's not play with this thing. Let's get serious. All right, let's drive it all the way home, ladies and gentlemen. Tom, let them know what you plan on doing, my guy.
Hey, look, they gave me 5 minutes to say a few things, so if I offend anybody tonight, I don't give a shit.
You ain't black.
How many pounds of fentanyl didn't make it in this country to kill Americans? How many known suspected terrorists didn't make it in the country? How many billions of dollars did the cartels make? President Trump is one badass president. He secured the border at the level we've never seen before. And I got a message to the millions of illegal aliens that's been released into the United States under this administration. Don't get too comfortable. We're going to need some help. Do I have any volunteers that want to come back and help run the biggest deportation operation in the history of this nation? In January of 25, the greatest president of my lifetime walking back in the White House. He tells me we got, I say 120 days. He says, no, you got 60 to lock the border down. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I told the president. He comes back, I come back, we fix this shit.
Listen, you ain't gotta go, but you damn sure getting the hell up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Damn. You ain't gotta go, but you getting him up out of here. Let me get Suya in here. Fight. Yeah. It's looking nasty out here for folks, But Tom came back and said, I got one more message. It's one more thing that we need to make clear about what's happening out here, okay? It's one more thing we need to make clear about what's happening and what I plan to do and how I'm planning to shake some things up. Let me holler at Tom. Let's get Tom in here again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get Tom in here so we can have a conversation, all right? Let's get Tom up in here. Shout out to Tom, man. Okay?
These Democratic governors say they're going to stand in the way. They're going to make it hard for us. Well, a suggestion. If you're not going to help us, get the hell out of the way, but we're going to do it. So if we can't get assistance from New York City, and we may have to double the number of agents we send in New York City because we're going to do the job. We're going to do the job without you or with you.
It's gonna get done. Listen, if you want your boy, listen, I'm telling you, listen, for me, family, I want my situation protected. I need an unapologetic person appointed to do such a thing like that against anybody. If my goal is to really keep the family safe, right? Say Chef C, yeah, because I know Cats is already talking about they ain't liking what I be saying. So for a prime example, let me show y'all something. Hold on. Let me show y'all something. Because your girl Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, she came out and now it looked like she running ops. She running ops for her Democrat people real quick, trying to find out who's who on a little content creation shit real quick, right? Fair use, y'all.
Which podcasts are you listening to? Which accounts are you subscribing to? I'm interested, like genuinely. Let me know which ones specifically, which accounts, which podcasts, etc.
Really? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Why do you give a fuck? So again, let me go back to Tom. If you can hem Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez up, I need you to do that, my guy. Go and get her and pack her up. Yeah? Because I feel like she just threatened me. Family, I feel like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez just threatened your war. Okay? I fear for my life. Okay? Let me play this one more time. Yeah. Let me play this one more time because she don't even look like the type that he would even watch or listen to the quote-unquote content we're making over here. So why do you want to know so bad, and what do you plan to do with this information?
Which podcasts are you listening to? Which accounts are you subscribing to? I'm interested, like genuinely. Let me know which ones specifically, which accounts, which podcasts, etc.
Yeah. All right. Listen. If the platform disappears, family, y'all know why. Okay? I am on Rumble, just to be very clear, on their necks. We on Rumble. I believe Rumble is still pretty neutral. So if y'all not subscribed over there, make sure y'all go do that. All right? But that don't sound welcoming at all. That sounds like she putting a jacket on folks. Yeah. She look like she running a play. Yeah, that's a fact, my address. She not even trying to hide it. Hide her scheme and nasty work. Diabolical work, brother. My address. This is diabolical work. She running plays. She definitely running plays. I don't care what nobody say. Okay? But you know what? That's why we got time. We got time. There's got to be a way to deport Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Because I fear some type of way. Just saying, family. Just saying. Yeah. A lot of this looks real crazy. But we also want to make sure Trump makes it very clear about what he's going to be doing on those very first days. And the reason he made the appointments and hiring, I think he made some very good advancements.
As part of my plan to secure the border on day one of my new term in office, I will sign an executive order making clear to federal agencies that under the correct interpretation of the law, going forward, the future children of illegal aliens will not receive automatic U.S. citizenship. It's things like this that bring millions of people to our country, and they enter our country illegally.
I like that for them. Trump, I like that, what you talking about, my guy. Yeah. That's your border czar. Okay? Your new border czar. Family, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe while we still in the building real quick. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take a quick commercial break and let's listen. We need to get into this IVF. Family. I wanted to touch on this particularly because, again, for me, There's a lot of sisters out here. You know, sisters with the capital S and then sisters in quotation marks. But then I want to talk about, I want to also include amongst that equation families. A lot of women out here, I've been in the dating scene for quite some time, and now I'm off the market, happily off the market, ladies and gentlemen. But there are some phenomenal women out there that I've come across throughout my life who have had issues giving birth, okay? Even getting pregnant. It's not even because a nigga like C tried. But what I find is that just some shit, some of these shorties, they were pregnant at one point. Some of these doctors done scraped your shit, fucked your whole shit up. So you was able to get pregnant, but then you had a miscarriage. Right? You was able to get pregnant, then you had a miscarriage. Them doctors went in there and fucked your whole shit up. However, we looked at that Kamala Harris administration, and that administration said, Donald Trump is trying to take away your reproductive rights. Well, as far as I'm concerned, this young man was the only one who came out and said, you know what? IVF is an option. And you know what? I think it's a bill that the government needs to take on. And if the government can't take on the entirety of that bill, well, you know what? The insurance companies need to foot that bill. Let's have a conversation when we get back, family. Salute to everybody that's checked in with your boy. Most definitely.
Yeah, it's Harlem World, Salacious Gang. I'm back outside. Black excellence, never sipping the Kool-Aid. Black syndicate moving like we the boule. Don't get it twisted, we some different type of niggas that never love the system, but bag a sister like scissor. The Scrussel is so religious, I'm the legend from the Hudson. They said that I was nothing, I'm the one that they discussing. Been acting the exorcist, Marlon got him a Tesla. I'm feeling like Dr. Baker, cause nigga, we are the fellas. Beloved acting jealous, that's just something she do. Won't take me out my groove, I just build and improve. What else? See, I'm a lucky cat. Yeah. See, I'm the quarterback. What else? Sophisticated and ignorant, word to OG Mac. I'm so ahead of my time, see, I'm divine. Beloved is always thugging while she just sipping on wine. It's real. Focus on the Grussel while I'm on the block. And now I'm chilling with women when I'm just on the yacht. What else? I said don't count me out, but now you look and watch. Ain't my fault that you looking stupid.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. We are here to have a conversation. Salute to my brother Cut the Check, my sister Namobi. Salute to all of y'all that's checked in and still here with your boy. Salute to everybody that is still checked in. Listen. IVF, ladies and gentlemen, okay? This is a very sensitive subject matter here for many women, and particularly families, because again, a lot of times we hear about the infertilization of the woman, or particularly the inability for her to reproduce, right? But that also takes a major effect or impact on the family, right? That also takes a major effect and impact on the family. The brothers begin to look at themselves psychologically like, yo, God damn, I'm shooting blanks, Either I'm shooting blanks or this shorty just ain't got it. And then the shorty's like, my shit, my eggs is trash, I ain't really percolating like I should be percolating. So then it drives a decent family, the potential of a decent family apart. Okay. Yeah. But we look at a situation. Shout out to Marty. Marty, that poor baby. Nah, listen. I think that's actually his grandson, one of his grandkids. But nonetheless, we're looking at a situation where we just covered your brother. We covered Tom Homan. This guy is big on children. Enforcing that. And now you got Trump, who also, he considers himself the father of IVF, family. Well, before we go too far, we need to get an understanding. What is IVF? What is IVF? Right? What is IVF? One, we need to understand that it is a promise made by Trump that is a very expensive experience and process to go through as a family, ranging anywhere from about 12 grand and up. And then the little procedures within that thing, ladies and gentlemen, okay, those procedures within that process are sold on an a la carte basis. So anybody understand about restaurants, we got to understand that IVF, when you talk about a la carte procedures, that is one procedure at a time. And you can't necessarily fully produce a full baby without getting the additional procedure. Okay? However, there are some people in many occasions who run out of fucking money before they can actually see this thing all the way through. Right? We got one administration, ladies and gentlemen, one administration who deemed it necessary, who said that it is more important that trans men who want to have what they call gender affirming surgery, that be paid for by the government, instead of allowing women who are having reproductive complications to get this procedure on the house. They said, no, y'all got to pay for that. But if you want to bag and tag, get rid of that seed, that's you got it. That's on GP. It's easy work. Okay? That's easy work. So let me show y'all, let's bring it up. What is IVF, ladies and gentlemen? Let me bring it up here. Okay. Real quick. IVF, in vitro fertilization, is the joining of a woman's egg and a man's sperm in a laboratory dish. Okay? In vitro means outside the body. Fertilization means the sperm has attached to and entered the egg. So, ladies and gentlemen, like those little, a lot of people have watched Dexter's Laboratory or even fucking, those hospital shows and shit. They got the little dishes and things like that. So essentially what you have to do is take a mature egg. Okay? You have to take the mature egg out of the woman. Okay? Then combine it with the sperm of the male in a dish, kind of forcing the injection or the marriage of the two elements or items together. Then you take that and you put it back inside the woman, I believe. Okay? And then begin the maturing process, okay, of seeing that whole thing through. Okay? So, I want to bring some stuff up. I want to show y'all something, family. Let me show y'all something. Okay? Let's bring this up. Let me show you a screen for the family. I believe, again, my goal is always to be of value to folks. And when we do this kind of stuff, it's necessary to make it all make sense, right? There's so many complications here. So many complications in this process. Okay, so 6 different things that y'all need to know about this. The things you should know before starting the IV treatment process, okay? 1, ovary hibernation stimulation, the egg retrieval. Then step number 2, egg and sperm preparation. Number 4, egg fertilization. Step number 5, embryo transfer. Step number 6, pregnancy. Okay. And then you have it go inside the lady. So now, what is the fertilization process? IVF. Centra near me believes that the fertilization process is comprised of 2 parts. First, the lab will retrieve an egg during which they will prepared so that they can fertilize. Then the lab will combine your partner's sperm with your eggs, if successful. Now, these are some things I want y'all to also be aware of, family. A lot of this stuff, 9 times out of 10, it don't always work. That's the diabolical part about it. Salute to my brother Next Level, man. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, brother Next Level. Salute to the God, brother Next Level in the building, man. Salute. Yes, indeed. Salute to brother Next Level. Make sure y'all go subscribe if you can to brother Next Level's channel. Phenomenal brother there, y'all. Phenomenal brother. Okay? Now, as I was saying with this IV process, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Again, a lot of times with this thing, family, it don't necessarily work, you know? This is the problem with that as well. And this is why I do agree with Trump's position of making this thing entirely complimentary of this government and or insurance companies, y'all. Right? Because if they spend as much, they can spend all that money on trying to make a dude who feel like a butterfly one day, you know, all of this other shit, then they can spend money on bringing families together, you know, dealing with some of the modern day complications, helping these folks out. Okay? Unfortunately for this particular industry, ladies and gentlemen, they have made it an environment where you pay to play. And they've outpriced it so much that for good families that, you know, should actually have children are the ones, unfortunately, facing all the goddamn complications, y'all. Good sisters out here who ain't been on no bullshit. Good brothers out here, you know, ain't been on no bullshit. You know, they're the ones that are really dealing with a lot of shit. And 9 times out of, and a lot of times, I'm going to just keep it a buck. A lot of times it be the ones that shouldn't be having no motherfucking kids are the ones that's putting out and dropping bombs. Huh? Can we be honest about that? A lot of times, I ain't saying all, a lot of times are the ones that are having these babies are the ones who don't even plan for them. Right? Long term or even in the present. They just got to get their shit off. And that's just a fact. Let's read some more of this, though. Let's read some more of this. Now, okay? Embryos are placed into the woman's uterus so that they can continue to develop and hopefully result in a pregnancy. Hopefully is the key word, family. Hopefully. You know, I know some shorties, man, who went through this process and they, you know, the psychological toll that this thing takes on a lot of folks. While you got on a whole flip, on the other flip side, women who can actually get pregnant and fighting to put that little baby in a body bag. Like, how does that shit sounds crazy to me. You got a separate administration, a totally separate administration, deemed it necessary to have a vasectomy mobile outside of their DNC convention. What the fuck? Huh? Like, that's wild to me. It's wild, man. Let me come on, let me read this, man. Let me read this. What are the costs of IV? Now, this is what we need to pay attention to here, family. All right? Now, in a time where we're looking at astronomical inflation, I want y'all to look at these numbers. Yeah? Let's look at these numbers. Let's read it together. Let's get what we need. Unfortunately, the cost of IVF treatments, ladies and gentlemen, vary based on where you go. Okay, so like even in California, right? Say for example, you see this might be another. You go to California, that shit is probably 20 racks off top, right? New York, 20 racks. These big metropolitan areas, the big busy, big bank spots, they busting you upside your head, family. Okay, let's keep on reading though. The average cost of fertility treatments is $12,000. Just say that, round it off, $12,300. And IVF is the most expensive of those treatments. The average cost of one IVF cycle, that's one family IVF cycle, is $9,000, almost 10 racks. And the average cost of freezing embryos, $1,700. Damn near. That's the roundup, right? $1,800 with tax. You better believe that, or a little bit more. Okay? The cost of IVF is a big deal because it can affect your ability to become a parent. Okay? You may have a hard time finding health insurance that will cover your IVF treatment, fam. Because insurance companies consider IVF an experimental and cosmetic. They often won't cover it. As a result, the cost of IVF may fall to you. And let's be clear about a lot of times when stuff like this fall on you, it's because conversations have already been had, ladies and gentlemen, in advance with Big Pharma and your government to keep you from being able to reproduce. It's not in their favor if it's not a financial gain. So they have to turn it into a pay-to-play environment, man. You know what I mean? This is why you're faced with a lot of folks, and many folks go broke almost in the same regard to those who try to have these lavish weddings and shit when you really ain't supposed to be doing it. All right, but now in this case, you're paying money to ultimately spend more money for the rest of your life because you want to have legacy. All right. So let's, I really wanted to touch on this. I know you don't really necessarily hear, black heterosexual men talking about these issues because cats, either they want to be macho or they just don't think it's their place. But I don't just see this for me, family, for me. I don't just see this being a female issue. This is a family issue. This is a family issue between male and female. And then on the flip side, for the gays, the old school gays that's not trying to live vicariously through their children, it's an issue for you too. Right? There are some gays that's old school traditional, not with the extra rainbow flamboyancy, who really do want to just have legacy. And that don't mean that the child has to be gay, lesbian, or whatever. They just want to have legacy. Reproduction is just a real thing. Like, listen, man, where's my little me at? My little homie, my little, you know what I mean? And homie, I'm using homie as general in this case. But I think it is very important that we understand what is being presented via this administration that's coming in now and what was presented via the previous administration. Right? The advocacy of death and the advocacy versus the advocacy of life. And even life in regards to by any means necessary, family. In this case, IVF being those means. Let's continue. IVF success rate is the process of fertilization. Fertilization is a process by which an egg, sperm combine form an embryo outside of the body. There are two main ways okay, to have IVF, natural IVF, which involves using a woman's egg and a man's sperm together in a lab, and assist IVF, which means that a doctor helps the process by giving the couple fertility drugs. Okay? There are many different ways of doing IVF. One is called test tube baby. Now, I know we've heard that, and I've picked at the test tube thing, but on a serious note, we talking about legacy, right? A lot of cats got what they consider decent genes and, skills and things, and it actually just, all those traits, generational traits and things, they die off with you, because you never passed it off. You never had the opportunity to pass it off. Ultimately, the last result may just be the test tube baby. You figure, dig? So, I just look at shit a little different. But one way is called a test tube baby. In this procedure, doctors take a sample from the woman's ovaries and put it in a petri dish with man's sperm. Once they are enough eggs and sperm in the dish, they will start to fuse together. This takes place in a lab under very controlled conditions, okay? The lab grows embryos are then placed back in the woman's uterus, where they can implant and grow into babies. Another way is called traditional IV. In this procedure, a woman has her eggs removed from her ovaries, fertilized with a man's sperm under very controlled conditions, and placed back into her uterus. Okay, so we got one removed, another one added. Okay, got it. So the success rate of IV depends on many factors, including the age of both the man and woman undergoing IVF, how long each has been trying to get pregnant, how well the eggs and sperm are. Some of y'all shooting dust. We got to keep that a buck. Some folks are shooting dust out here. It is what it is. So all my brothers, general, quotes, all right? All my brothers in general, quotes, etc., etc. Man, stay away from that soy product. You heard? Stay away from Mountain Dews, anything with yellow fives, bullshit, bro, red 5 and all that shit. That gets your count down. You know what I mean? You got to be ready to swing for the fences with this shit. You want to have you a little homie, whether that be a daughter or a boy, you got to make sure your shit is right. Let's keep on going here. Okay? The procedure itself is broken down into several steps. When you start IV process, your healthcare provider will start you on fertility medication. Okay, so even those medications are crazy expensive, y'all, over time. This is a major money grab. And this is one of the reasons why I gotta say I support Trump in this thing right here. Remember, again, like I said, I don't fuck with either administration. I voted for reparations this round. Of course, we didn't get it. However, I respect this position right here. Okay? You can make this free. Take this bill off a already a struggling environment for folks. Give them the opportunity to have their own kids. I got to respect it, man. I got to respect it. Objectively, of course, right? Now, this is to stimulate the production of the eggs. They will be harvested during the next visit. After the retrieval, the lab fertilizes the egg and creates embryos. The embryos are then transferred into the woman's uterus so that they can continue to develop and hopefully result in a pregnancy. Hopefully result, y'all. So again, like I said, y'all saw the numbers, right? We show 12,000. That depends on where you are in the United States, but that's the starting number, y'all. Okay? You got no guarantees, just like when cats was put on them vaccines, right? And A lot of people still wind up catching the vid after having taken stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. You still getting the vid. But in this case, I don't think they make you sign waivers, family. Okay? I don't think you have to sign a waiver for this. You're just going into the situation knowing that it may not work. Okay? Now, let's see what the success rate is. What are the success rates of IVF, family? Look at this is unfortunate here. However, let's keep on going. Infertility Center in Hyderabad says that the success rate varies based on a number of factors, including your age, your partner's age, the cause of infertility, etc. The rate also varies depending on the type of IVF being done and the clinic where it's being done at, right? The CDC reports that the success rate of IVF was about 41.8%. That's so low, y'all. This means that about 42 out of 100 women who have had IVF treatment become pregnant. Overall, the success rate of IVF are not very high. This is why many couples choose to take a different approach. All right, I want to pause right there. So for the sisters, for the families that try this, you're looking at maybe a 42% shot of getting it done. Give or take whatever complications you're dealing with as a unit, right? Okay. But I looked at this situation and I looked at the numbers, right? So off GP on the lower end, you're starting around about 12 to 13,000 to try to hit your first lick. You got less than a 50% chance of hitting the lick. Okay? Right. That part, my brother cut the check. Let me see my brother cut the check say. So you got to try 3 times to even give it a fair shot. 3 times, if we do the math, family, 3 times is going to cost you upwards of maybe 40,000. Y'all heard? Close to about 40,000 to get close. You heard? This is why I'm like, yo, God damn. In a time where people ain't just sitting on 40 racks like that. You feel me? Like, everybody ain't just sitting on 40 racks. We know interest rates and everything is crazy wild right now. Super wild. Trump come through, say, we're going to hold that. We're going to hold all of that. Your previous administration said they gave a fuck about your families and what's happening with them. None of them, but they didn't volunteer to do this. And it was only, and I'm not objectively, it was only after Trump had come out and declared himself the father of IVF that Kamala then jumped on board and said that she wanted to get involved with the IVF thing too. Not being too specific about what she wanted, what she was going to do with it, let alone making this particular care complimentary of the administration. Okay? But we're looking at Trump said, listen, it's going to be on us. Now at this stage, after we've done the numbers, okay, it is important for those who want to conceive to make sure that you now hold this incoming administration to what they said they was going to do. Because this, you got 42% chance of hitting a lick. All right? We starting at the success rate. Then we're talking about the cost to go through this experimental process. What is going to cost your family? You can go straight to debt. You can go beyond red trying to conceive. All right? This is what I wanted to make sense for everybody. Yeah? If you shooting blanks it's going to cost you a minimum $40,000 to potentially hit a lick. Okay? And listen. Chef C is, I play in shit, whatever it is, but it's really some good families out here, good men, good women out here who do deserve to be parents to some children. And there are some parents who don't need to be parents. I don't even feel right calling them parents. You just a mom. You just a baby mama or baby daddy. Yeah. I said it like that. Some of these folks is just baby moms and baby daddies. They not parents. But they magically are able to conceive. While the ones who really deserve an honest shot at it can't do it. And a lot of this stuff is out of their hands. I know a few shorties, honestly. Who say, you know what, man, I got pregnant. I had a miscarriage, tried again a little later, and I could never get pregnant again. I think the motherfucker scraped my shit or something. Yeah. Some of these doctors, shout out Margaret Sanger. Shout out Margaret Sanger, y'all. Some of these doctors be in there murdering folk. They be in there shutting your whole bloodline down. Right? Well, shout out to that administration. All right? Let me pull something up. Let me play something here. I don't want to... Yeah, let me do this. Shout out to this chick right here. Y'all remember her? I'm going to let this content creator get this off. Salute to him. But y'all remember this chick right here? Yeah, Michelle Obama. Yeah, that whole Democratic Party over there, that Margaret Sanger, that Planned Parenthood party over there. Everybody want to talk about what you get to do with your body. Why don't y'all promote reproduction though? You definitely promote incinerating them babies though. Let's play this. Fair use.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. It turns out Michelle Obama is a big fat liar, but most of us already knew that. Check this out.
Taking away our freedom to control our bodies, the freedom to become a mother through IVF like I did.
We want to make it easier for mothers and families to have babies, not harder. That includes supporting the availability of fertility treatments like IVF in every state in America.
So Barry's beard is just gonna lie straight to y'all. Barry's beard, yeah. My address, yeah. Bathhouse Barry beard, stay shaming us. That's a fact. Yeah. My address. Barry done sent his bathhouse beard out to shame folks. All right? Saying you got the right to kill the baby, but you ain't got the right to reproduce one. Oh, no. We can't have that. You got a right to kill a baby, but you don't have a right to reproduce one. No. Let's play some more.
Like the overwhelming majority of Americans, including the vast majority of Republicans, conservatives, Christians, and pro-life Americans, I strongly support the availability of IVF for couples who are trying to have a precious baby.
And just to add something else on top of that, check this out.
She and my father didn't aspire to be wealthy. In fact, they were suspicious of folks who took more than they needed.
Shut the hell up. What happened to your chef, Michelle? Y'all still ain't really tell nobody what the truth about what happened to that chef over there who was damn near an Olympic swimmer. Took more than what? Y'all got like 5 houses. You know what? Matter of fact, let's show these houses. Yeah. I cooked down the street from them last summer at another client of mine. Yeah. And it's like that over there too, y'all. Anyway, I digress. Let's play some more of this since they took more than you needed, right? Oh. Yeah. Rich people telling us about being afraid of other rich people. Rich people telling us to be afraid of other rich people who won't let us do what we want to do with our stuff. While you get it up, shining, styling, $1,000 shoes. All right, let's keep playing this.
So there you guys go. We already knew she was full of it, but interesting and ironic that in that same DNC speech, she was saying that people are going to start making up lies about Kamala Harris. But guess who's lying, guys? Follow for more.
Good stuff, little guy. Good stuff. Yeah, we wanted to make that make sense. So again, family, let's go back to this in vitro thing over here. I want to keep that there for the family. You know. Shout out to Kamala Harris. Shout out to the entire Democratic Party being on fuck shit. Okay? You know, but listen, you know, again, they're only walking in the steps of their former leaders. Okay? Their former inspiration, right? Cuz what your girl say? What's your girl say? What's her name? Your girl Hillary Clinton said that Margaret Sanger was her teacher. Right? These are their teachers. Barack Obama, all of these folks, they love Margaret Sanger. Okay? Let's play this. Fair use.
Her own words, Sanger pushed for a society that limited births to those she deemed fit to have children.
Well, I think the greatest sin in the world is bringing children into the world that have disease from their parents, that have no chance in the world to be a human being, practically. Delinquents, prisoners, all sorts of things just marked when they're born.
In 1916, Sanger opened the country's first birth control clinic. As a member of the American Eugenics Society, she advocated improving the genetic composition of humans through controlled reproduction of different races and classes. She often wrote about the issue in the journal she founded, called the Birth Control Review. In 1919, writing,
I personally believe in the sterilization of the feeble-minded, the insane, and the syphilitic. The most urgent problem today is how to limit and discourage the over-fertility of the mentally and physically defective.
Many point to a 1923 New York Times interview as proof of Sanger's racist motives, in which she referred to people as weeds, saying,
It means the release and cultivation of the better racial elements in our society and the gradual suppression, elimination, and eventual extirpation of defective stocks, those human weeds which threaten the blooming of the finest flowers of American civilization.
Now, family, let's ask ourselves the question, right? Because we got smart people. We're very smart people. Let's make sure we're leaning more onto the side of common sense. If one party, let's be very clear, if one particular party deems it necessary for you to eliminate your children before they're born, this, if we're going off of what we're reading right here, hearing from Margaret Sanger, it starts to make sense, doesn't it? That this Democratic Party believes that, well, actually, the Democratic Party are the real elitist, not the Republican Party, or at least their values. That Democrat Party, who all seems to worship one particular devil of a demon that's gone, Margaret Sanger, who believes that there should be one pure elite race or population of people, and the rest should be buried and gone. It all starts to make sense when you really look at it that way. You know what I mean? I mean, I might be far-fetched, family. If I am, let your boy know in the community kitchen chat. But Margaret Sanger is their God over there. Okay? Margaret Sanger's their God. And her Planned Parenthoods are strategically placed in certain neighborhoods. And your Democratic Party still totes her around like she's the best thing that ever happened. What does that then say to you, family? All right? So I'm going to let y'all marinate with that. All right? Let that marinate a touch. Let's play a little bit more.
She talked about the need for race betterment through controlling these weeds, basically undesirable people.
In 1939, after opening another clinic in Harlem, the birth control activists launched the Negro Project, an initiative supported by Black leaders, such as civil rights activist W.E.B. Du Bois.
Bootlicks, jigaboos, sambos. Okay? Yeah. W.E.B. Du Bois and other uppity Negroes 9 times out of 10 boulets. Boule, treasonous, diabolical accomplices is what they are. Okay? Yeah. They bring you, just like we see today, they've been doing it back then. Bring you these uppity Negroes and place them around us and say, they certified it. This is a good thing for y'all. Fuck out of here. Let's play some more.
Critics claim the program used the pretense of better health and family planning for poor Blacks in the South as an attempt to limit the Black race. Ludwig says some on the left grapple with Sanger's past and how to interpret her legacy.
They know when she writes about human weeds, they know that it's repulsive. They know it's disgusting. The left will never abandon Margaret Sanger because if they do, she's the foundation of so many of their views.
Sanger once shared her vision for her own.
That part, ladies and gentlemen, is the mathing. Right? Again, they won't let you choose what you can do with your body. Same talk with the COVID vaccine. They won't let you choose what you want to do with your body. You won't look out for your fellow neighbor. Same rhetoric. Packaging it as if it is there to help you when it is literally there to get you the fuck up out the way. This is the Democratic Party and has always been that Democratic Party. Okay? Always. They don't change their stripes. They don't do nothing new. But then they tell you they're doing it for your own good. They care about you. These are the most deviant, diabolical pieces of shit on the planet. These are the most deviant, diabolical pieces of shit we ever come across. It is time to dismantle that entire party. It is not worth it. It's literally not worth it, family. Okay? But you know what? Shout out to Trump. All right? I hate, sometimes I don't like being objective, but listen, when the motherfucker, he on the right type of time, man. He on the right type of time, family, with this Vitru shit. He on the right time with it. I gotta give him his propers. He's on the right type of time with this thing, y'all. Okay? I gotta give him his proper. Fair use, fair use. Let's bring this thing up. Get a man his propers. Fair use.
He is not in favor of IVF, fertilization. I am. I'm like the father. I consider myself to be the father of fertilization, remember? We got the bed. They got a ruling from an Alabama judge, very conservative judge, probably.
So you got your father IVF coming through. Said he gonna get y'all. He got you. He got you. You know what I mean? He got you covered. I know the expensive. The numbers on it is gonna be crazy. You know, somebody got to foot the bill. Get y'all together. You know, and let's see what he's talking about here. Listen. Let's see what he's saying. Okay, because Trump liked the babies, and let's see what else he plans to do for folks. Okay, let's see what he plans to do with people, y'all. Okay, let me get Trump up here. Let's see what he's gonna do for everybody. Okay, you want to have a kid? Let's see what he got.
I'm announcing today in a major statement that under the Trump administration, your government will pay for, or your insurance company will be mandated to pay for, all costs associated with IVF treatment, fertilization for women, IVF treatment. Because we want more babies, to put it very nicely. And for this same reason, we will also allow new parents to deduct major newborn expenses from their taxes, so that parents that have a beautiful baby will be able. So we're pro-family. Nobody's ever said that before. But the IVF treatments are expensive. It's very hard for many people to do it and to get it. But I've been in favor of IVF right from the beginning.
Family. Ooh. So we just broke down what the average cost, right? Bare minimum cost, actually. We just broke down what the bare minimum cost looks like for those who are trying to reproduce via IVF. To the tune of at least $40,000. All right, that's after 3 tries at a 42% success rate, family. Okay? Trump said it. Listen, it's going to be on the House. God damn it. It's going to be on the House. I cannot hate on him for that. That's just me being objective. I cannot hate on him for that. Okay? And a lot of people would benefit from this. Those who are having complications will benefit from this. Okay? Right. Let me see what my address said. These are proper lift all rising tide policies for us. That part. This is a rising tide lift all boat type of talk right here. That's a That's a rising tide. This is not some pay to play. You qualify to have a child because your family is from this elite market or you make this type of money. Nah, we got it as your government. We'll take care of it. We'll foot the bill. You can't be mad at that unless you just some kind of you're some fucking you're a moron. Fuck it. Okay, let me see what my sister stars stay real quick. We may start seeing more families and not disjointed families. That part. So family, let me real quick. I'm going to drop the link if y'all want to check in on this subject matter real quick here. And we're going to get ready to get up out of here, y'all. But I wanted to bring this to you, man. Objectively, you know, I wanted to bring this to you as a heterosexual male, no children. At some point, I will reproduce because there's got to be another little Chef C running around, or a few little Chef C's running around, you know, being proactive and productive people in this society here. So I will produce at some point here. And if the complications arise, I would love for something like this to be available to me and the young lady that I have, you know. But just in case y'all want to know who were some of the very beginning creators of this thing, okay, I want y'all to check this out. Who these people are. Just had a conversation. Dr. Patrick Stapleton and Sir Robert Edwards are credited with inventing in vitro fertilization. Now, maybe they are, maybe they're not. You know, a lot of times certain people get credit for shit that they ain't really do, and maybe these two folks actually did create it. Okay, Dr. Patrick Steptoe is a gynecologist. Okay, and Sir Robert Everett, scientist who was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 2010, y'all. Okay, the first human baby to be born through IV was Louis Brown on July 25th, 1978. I had no idea of that, y'all. First baby from IVF, 1978. Okay. The procedure involved removing an egg from Leslie Brown, fertilizing it in a petri dish, and then transferring the resulting embryo back into her. Embryologist Jean Birdie also contributed to the development of IVF. Muriel Harris, the superintendent of Oldham Royal Infirmary, provided nursing support and helped organize a team of volunteers to assist Steptoe in his research. IVF is now a common fertility used in about 3 of all live births in developed countries. It is also often used to preserve fertility for cancer patients, y'all. Okay? So, now that we have that, family, that's good, okay? Nobody wants to check in, that is good. I appreciate y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, this is good for me. I'm glad, okay? But I had to get that off today. I really had to get that one off. It's been on my spirit. Watching everything go down, you know. Also having come across some phenomenal women throughout my life, you know, who, you know, sometimes they get into their heads, the women and the families, but with the men particularly, some of the men like, damn, man, I'm less of a dude because I can't shoot off, you know, and get this lady a child, or vice versa, the shorty, like, my eggs is fucked up, so I can't really pop him out for him. And, you know, listen, y'all human, and shit is complicated. And it's only getting more complicated. And I think it does have a lot to do with the fucking food that we're eating today. And also a lot of the unreported malpractices that have been taking place in these hospitals for decades. That part. Huh? The unpunished malpractices that have been taking place in these fucking hospitals that got a lot of people down. Okay? But with that being said, man, I want to thank everybody for joining C in here today. Just wanted to make the main thing the main thing. Sisters, keep your head up. Brothers, keep your head up. Keep shooting your shot for real. In every way, shape, or form. Keep shooting your motherfucking shot, man. You know? And if not, listen, there appears to be a pledge by your incoming president to assist you in your goal as a family unit. Take advantage of it, you know? So I want to thank everybody for joining your boy here today. Make sure you go over to check out that Patreon. Become a member, family. Make sure you become a member. We are live November the 23rd, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I definitely want to see y'all there. Also, remember our Wasi Summit will be coming down the pipeline December. Keep your head locked in on the patriotsummit.com for updates. And I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, as always, remember, in a system of white degeneracy, you stand for nothing, you fall for anything. My name is Chef C, and I'm out.